belly blocking.
It is. Well, here we are.
I don't need a diet. I just need to sit differently on camera.
It takes away 100 pounds. You get comfortable. But hey, we're here. Here's another show. Let's do it.
Are we doing it? Okay.
Yeah, it's recording, so I figured let's roll. You mean?
Let's roll, dummy.
We're kind of here, at one of our left studios up in Beeham.
Left Studios North.
Watching some wrestling. Last night we got together and watched some boxing. It was the Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. It was fun to get together. It was kind of a cool little card.
It was a terrible card, but the fights on it were good, but they just were a bunch of no names with no stakes, so there was no drama at all.
Yeah.
It didn't matter who won. It's like, the fights were good, except for, I don't know why Nate Robinson
lost to Jake Logan in the second round.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen, but there's already memes and challenges. The Nate's, what is it? I'm sorry, the last name Nate.
Robinson.
Robinson.
Well, he got his ass kicked. It looked like if I went in there to fight up in a boxing match.
Yeah, and he lost to Jake Paul.
Some dude.
Yeah, just an embarrassing thing. But it was cool. Tyson versus Jones. I thought it was only 8 rounds, 2-minute rounds. Just looking through watching the whole thing, overall, I thought Tyson won.
I thought Tyson won every round. It makes me think that the outcome was predetermined.
Yeah.
But it was a good fight. It looked like they were going at, Jones hardly threw any punches, but it looked like
toward the end he was
Tyson
throwing more
going at
punches.
it.
He started throwing more, even though he was doing his little jabs and stuff. He started hitting a little bit more and started throwing some more solid punches. But overall, once again, shouldn't have been a draw. It should have been a Tyson. But the very end, the interview at the end when they had them standing next to each other, I thought it was cool how Tyson was like, "I'm just glad to be back.
I'm just glad I made $10 million.
Yeah, this was fun. You want to do this again? Let's beat each other up again." It was cool. He had a different attitude. It looked like, it was definitely, he was having more fun. The one thing I didn't appreciate were the concerts in between every match. It felt like it was a really hyped up WrestleMania with a lot more music that I was not interested in hearing. I'm not saying it was bad.
At all. It was bad.
Montana. I don't know a lot of these artists, which gave me either a break, long breaks, or lost my interest altogether. Snoop Dogg came out, but his commentary through the whole thing was, I don't know, it was just off. Like, having him out there during the main fight, I didn't know if he was rooting for Roy Jones Jr. and kind of like if he was for Mike Tyson and then kind of rooting for, it was just weird.
I don't know, the guy's famous for being high, so he got to do his thing. That's it. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of a curious pay-per-view, but we were entertained for most of it, except for the music parts where we're like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Hanging out. I don't know what that booze that Jason brought over, but for God forbid I never ever will ever take any of that ever again.
It was Fireball-ish, right? It was some kind of, I didn't have any, but it was like some
kind
kind of cinnamon whiskey, right?
Firebelly.
It wasn't Fireball though.
It was sat wrong, but it was a fun night overall. So I did want to talk about something. We kind of talked about it here.
Stop ducking Holyfield, Tyson.
You're late.
You're scared.
30 seconds late on that.
You're scared. Well, I just thought of it. I got taco time in my belly.
All right.
The wheels are turning slower, but everybody knows you got your ass kicked by Commander Vander twice in the 90s.
Dude, he's training right now.
He's ducking him.
Dude, I think it's not ducking. I think it's a great build for another exhibition 8-minute or 8-round, 2-minute rounds.
Well, then they should have built it. They should have said, Tyson should have said, yeah, that was a fun fight with Roy Jones, but I think I'm ready for Evander one of these days. Something like that.
That's funny. Well, maybe we'll talk about flashback stuff. Let's talk about 30 years of flashback with one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, The Undertaker. Let's talk about it for a second.
Death Valley's favorite son, for sure.
Yeah, well, the Phenom himself. I posted some stuff on Facebook. 30 years to the day he's debuted at Survivor Series. They had a bunch of stuff on the WWE Network about him, and one of the cool things they had was about Paul Bear. His manager, Bill Moody, aka Percy Pringle III, who brought in a lot of wrestlers actually.
I missed the Percy Pringle days, and was that WCW?
It was the NWA and the WCCW. Dude, he had really good guys like Ravishing Rick Rude, who basically got him into the WWE, gave him Vince's number, who got him back over there. Paul Bearer got his name, literally from Hawk, just in the back making a joke.
Well,
what
a nickname.
You know what would be funny? Paul Bear. That's how it came up. It was just really simple. But it was a cool little documentary that they put together for him. It is kind of sad. It's kind of cool to see that he was fun in the background. I do have a story about Bill Moody's Paul Bear when he was Kane's manager. It was a house show. And the wrestler, they didn't have like all this stage and stuff and all the curtains, so you could kind of see back in the Tacoma Dome. It was over there. I went with my brother, his girlfriend at the time, and one of my friends at the time. So there we were. We're kind of looking back, and there's Paul Bear, and behind him's Kane, and there's this big pole, and he's smoking a cigarette, and he pretends he is like afraid of Kane. So Kane's like walking up on the side of him, and he acts like he's scared. He's all. And Kane just stops and stares at him, and then Paul Bear turns around and runs into this pole, and he's all, acts like he hits it and pretends he starts humping it. It was like, we were like, what the heck is he doing? And he looks over at us and pretends he notices us noticing him. And he's
funny.
Like, oh, it was awesome, dude. It was so cool because...
Oh shit, The Rock's about to eat... What's the...
the Doomsday Device, Daddy!
Yeah, oh.
So we are watching Bad Blood from '97. We wanted to see the first ever Hell in a Cell, so that's kind of going on in the background. But it was a cool documentary. I recommend you seeing it. So yeah, check it out.
I ain't seen it.
You ain't seen it. So here we are, 30 years to the date.
Oh, they jobbed him. Oh, the Road Warriors got screwed. Shenanigans.
So the match is done.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Farouk is back. I thought he was hurt. I thought they just said he was hurt. Or that's Ken Shamrock. So anyway, at Survivor Series, they do this little thing for him, this little tribute, and have all these wrestlers like Triple H, HBK, Kevin Nash, Mick Foley, Kane. Did I say Kane? Well, the Godwins come out, both of them, like Savio Vega and Rikishi. All these guys come out to pay this tribute, so they're all like shaking hands and stuff. And then
well, that's really the who's they of wrestling out there.
Well, that's the BSK. That's the Bone Street crew. Those are his friends.
Okay.
Like the ones that all hung out and they all hung out and partied and stuff.
Like the way Hogan hangs out with the Nasty Boys for some reason.
Those are his friends. Those are his friends in real life. I mean, just because.
Be a man, Hulk. Come on, don't be scared. You're running from macho. That's what I heard. Be a man, Hogan.
You want to cover that album?
Hell yeah, I do.
Let's do it.
Oh, really?
No, let's wait on it. Shit, I was talking about the Undertaker tribute. Then the Undertaker comes out, so they go to this little tribute like vignette, and then damn, rock bottom, boom, 1, 2, oh, it already happened. I just happened to look over. It looked like it was happening right now. But then the Undertaker comes out, does his little thing. He has a little speech, and the kind of the part like tear-jerking part was he was like, it's time for the Undertaker to rest in peace. That was kind of like the key moment. And he gets down on one knee and does this little
What do you do, take his own life?
No, he's just putting the character to rest.
Oh.
That's why then there's a...
Why did they spell Doc? So this is Michael P.S. Hayes. He's Doc something or other. D-O-K.
It's like Dockin. It is. It's supposed to be Dockin.
It's D-U-M dumb is what it is.
D-U-M-N dumb.
Dumb.
So
right, anyway.
Takes a knee. I'm trying to hurry through it because I know you probably don't care about this tribute at all.
I like The Undertaker.
I think
he should have retired 10 years ago.
I agree, but there. If you watch the Broken Skull thing, so he takes a knee. Hologram of Paul Bearer comes up.
I'm gonna have to get COVID to be able to watch that. I have so much. Having a job and stuff, and a wife who controls the television. I'm talking to you, darling. Won't give it up. The television.
Broken Skull Ranch.
All right, I'll watch it one of these days, but I really do need to come down with COVID so I can have some time off.
Well, you get paid. You'll be able to chill out.
Be chilling out, dying.
Coughing your brains out.
Yeah.
You know, couldn't breathe.
Puking up blood. I don't know what the symptoms are.
Coughing up blood. I hear.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Let's not get it. At all. Let's not even think about it.
Well, then it might be a what for the Broken Skull Ranch.
Well.
Yeah, we'll see.
If you do watch it though, make sure you check it out for one. But I thought it was cool what they talked about, man. He talked about his past and like the cool stories behind the scenes. He talked about the BSK and the reason that all those guys came out and how who he's friends with. What the is this? It looks like today's wrestling. I'm embarrassed. I don't even talk about it. I don't even want to even mention that this is even on here. It's stuff like this that makes, and I'll get to it, but actually leave it. I want to find out what they're called, what this is even about.
I can't do it.
Like, is it kick him through a goal or what? So,
Tarantula and Mosaic versus Max Mini and Mini Nova.
Perfect.
You guessed it. They are what's formerly known as midget wrestlers.
Little people wrestling.
They're just little wrestlers. Yes, they are.
They're so cute. They're part of the Mini Wrestlers Guild.
Oh, Vader's in this pay-per-view. Nice.
Well,
anyway.
He talks about stories, blah, blah, blah. One thing he did bring up with Stone Cold was kind of the state of wrestling now and kind of the things that we talk about. One of the things he was talking about how they do so many spots and how power bombs and like super kicks are everyday moves where they were finishers and how
they suck.
And even like Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, even Undertaker, a lot of the old guys are like, hey, pull it back a little bit. You're not telling stories, you're just doing moves. And he's like, you know, that's not where I'm at, but that's where wrestling's going. And it didn't sound promising.
No.
Because, to be honest with you, which I'm going to kind of segue into, is, for me, I mean, I don't know if I'm sounding like a baby or not, but wrestling seems like it's done for me.
I'm over it.
I'm going to say it, I felt like I held on for
the last few years?
Yeah, I really did. I felt like Undertaker, I mean, you see during WrestleMania.
It's the end of an era.
For me it is, and you know, you said this, and it really hit home. And I said this to a couple people when we were watching wrestling, and I was like, man, it's just old, and I feel like I just grew out of it. And you were like, no, you didn't grow out of wrestling. Wrestling outgrew us. And it got to a point where it did. It's like, you don't have, I mean, I can call it gymnastics, but it's so much no storytelling, and it's just too much flips, flops, which I like to call it. So I'm asking you, what are your thoughts? Like, where are you at with the whole wrestling situation?
I am not done with wrestling, but I'm done with current wrestling. I don't care about anything really after, what did we say, 2005 or something?
I'm going to push 2006 and 7, like really pushing it, because CM Punk didn't have the time, or the pipe bomb until later, and that pipe bomb was good. We needed the pipe bomb at the time.
I mean, I like AJ Styles in the last few years, of course, but for it was cool. The Shield was cool for a minute, but that's probably been 5 years ago too, right?
It's been longer.
Really? So, I mean, I liked it when Lesnar, ragdolled Cena for an hour, but other than that, really, I haven't liked anything. I never care who's wrestling. They don't have a reason why they're wrestling. It's just like random thrown together shit. The matches all look the same. I don't care. Other than Charlotte Flair, I really don't have anybody I even like now.
I have a couple guys over in NXT that I really like.
I like wrestling, but to me, like I said to you, what they're putting out there now, to me, isn't wrestling, so I don't care. I'll watch old shit. I'm glad we're watching stuff from 97 here. I like watching the old WCW stuff or the NWA.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck at all about current stuff.
I'm at the point where if it's Mondays on, Wednesday, Fridays, pay-per-views, I've had them on and I haven't really paid attention.
We still watch Mania and Raw.
I'll stick to the big ones, the big four.
But we haven't liked one in a while.
No, but it's only because of tradition and what's going to happen. Here's a solution for you, right? Stick to the classics, right? Let's stick to the classics.
There's plenty of good wrestling that we
like.
There's
no reason that we can't back and review or even tell you guys about the old stuff.
We haven't watched every old pay-per-view. We should.
No, we
don't have to cover them, but we can watch them.
We can watch them. We can talk about them. We have so much other stuff. But I just want to bring that up.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have your list of movies? Your 323.
Hell yeah, I do.
Go grab them.
Yes.
Let's briefly go over the top.
Not top.
Top 10 or the bottom 10.
Bottom 10.
We're going to start at the top, going from the bottom to the top, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's going to get it. We'll take a break. We're back. Rob, you got your list?
The list. The 323 greatest movies of all time. Original 2019 edition.
What?
I have made 6 changes for the new list, the 2020 list, which I will announce this upcoming week.
So how do you want to do your, just when we're going through
This is the original list.
No, but you're going to talk about each one, or you just want to go?
I'll mention each one. You just tell me what you think about them.
Let's do it. I already saw 2. You already probably know which one, and I want to know the comparison. So let's give me 323.
And just because I dropped 6 from the list doesn't necessarily mean it's the bottom 6, because I do rearrange them throughout the year. You know, you watch them again, you're like, it wasn't as good as I thought, it was better.
And we were talking about that with albums. That happens with albums. It happens with movies. Sometimes
I actually dropped a film that was number 200 on this list that's not even on the next list. Crazy. That one fell like a brick. All right.
Okay.
Number 323, Aliens.
Aliens.
The James Cameron sequel to the Ridley Scott original Sigourney Weaver kicking ass in outer space. You thought one alien was scary? How about all of them?
Aliens. See, the S is at the end. Nice. All right, keep going.
Well, what'd you think of Aliens?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love Aliens. I'm excited to talk about.
It's still on the list for the next year.
Good. Well, because it could drop off. I mean, it is 323.
Yeah, it was hanging by a thread.
Like that. So what was 324? Real quick.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, forget it. Go ahead.
Then for 322 and 321, I had the 2 Cape Fears.
And that's why I wanted to wait.
Yeah, I have the original at 322, and then I have the Scorsese remake from 1991 at 321.
Why is the newer one higher?
The newer one is a little higher because so the original one, of course, had Gregory Peck and Robert Mitchum was the bad guy. So it's basically Robert Mitchum versus Gregory Peck. In the remake, Robert De Niro is the bad guy, and Nick Nolte, it was Nick Nolte, was the good guy.
No,
and
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro
was the bad guy. I'm sorry.
And it also had Juliette Lewis. And there you go.
That's the doctor.
So I just like that one a little better.
Okay.
Then at let me move this clip. 320, The Exorcist.
Look at this. The first Hell in the Cell. You got Undertaker beating the crap out of Shawn Michaels.
Love it.
Love it.
Anytime Shawn Michaels is getting ragdolled, I'm a happy guy.
Oh yeah, Earl Hebner.
Kick his ass. Oh, the leg drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt. Pin that punk ass. All right. 320, The Exorcist. Have you seen it?
I love it. The Exorcist is probably going to be in my top 100.
A lot of people call The Exorcist the scariest movie of all time. I don't. It is scary. You have to really watch it, though. If you're not paying attention, it's not scary. You're like, what the fuck? It's slow. You have to be... I'm telling you people, I'm talking to you people under the age of like 30, learn how to watch a movie. You turn off your devices, you cancel out any interruptions, and you sit down and you get into that movie and you feel the emotion and you get into it.
I got to correct you. Sinister is now the scariest movie.
I don't give
of
a
all
fuck
time.
what people think. This
According
is the list.
No, I agree. I didn't think Sinister was that funny, but if we were talking about of all time, it's been beat. So, just saying. Go ahead.
For me, really scary movies would be like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or High Tension. That was real scary.
Yeah, those are raw. Like the one that's in Wolf Creek. Oof.
I haven't seen Wolf Creek, but I heard that's
brutal.
Yeah.
Keep going.
All right. Then I have at 319 the John Huston film with Humphrey Bogart and Edward G. Robinson, Key Largo.
Key Largo. I want to see it. I like Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah. It's not on the next list, but it made it for this one.
Ooh. So I'm trying to get into Humphrey Bogart. Watch Maltese Falcon.
You can sneak it in there. It's still Noir-November. We still got, is today the last day of Noir-November? I think tomorrow. Yeah, so Key Largo's good. I just saw a couple movies this year that pumped it out.
What you got, 318?
318, Family Plot, Hitchcock's last film. It's not great, but it's still got. It's not terrible like some people think it is. It's solid. So.
If I remember right, maybe my mom. She was familiar with this movie, so I'm familiar with it with her. What's your next one?
The Lady from Shanghai, which is a bizarre film noir from Orson Welles. So.
I've never even heard it, but I like Orson Welles, so.
Yeah, and I love film noir, so.
Cool. What's it called again?
The Lady from Shanghai.
Lady
It's
from
kind of
Shanghai.
crazy. So, yeah.
So who's the lady from Shanghai?
I don't know. 316 Jurassic Park. Does that seem low to you?
I'm surprised it's on the list though.
Well, I mean, it was pretty cool what they did with the dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah. I can see why, but I actually started taking more of appreciation for this movie since I saw it when I was. My mom took me to see this when I was a kid, and I think I was just in high school. She took me and another friend of mine. She's like, let's go see it. All right, let's go see it. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, the dinosaurs are cool. Oh, but for some reason, it didn't impress me. I think I was at an age where I didn't want to be impressed. So, but as I got older and I keep on watching it or like hit it, watch it every once in a while, I would catch it and it would spark my interest more. But
Spielberg does put some sappy shit in a lot of his movies, so it makes you want to not like him.
Okay.
I think.
And
sometimes.
Maybe it hit me subliminally, but I've liked every other Jurassic Park that has come out.
I haven't liked any Jurassic Parks since the second one.
I like them. I like the franchise.
The same shit.
That's
hey, let's go to that dinosaur insert place. What could go wrong?
everything, but it's bigger stuff. Tells it in a bigger story. Keep going.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail ain't gonna be on the list, but it's good. I mean, it's funny, getting your arms and legs chopped off. Oh, it's a scratch. But we saw it in the theater like a year ago, and I was like, it's not as funny as I remembered.
Thank you. I watched it not too long ago myself. I know I'm gonna get some flack. It wasn't as good as I thought.
Yeah.
As I thought when I was in high school, and I watched it over and over again, and then I watch it now, and I'm like, I just didn't get it. It
Yeah,
just
it's
wasn't
not
as funny.
like.
There's funny parts. It's just not funny overall.
Yeah, like in high school, I would have said Monty Python and the Holy Grail is funnier than Airplane, for example, and Airplane holds up way, way better, far and away better.
Yep, it's a different style of slapstick, and it just resonates differently. Go.
Maybe it's because I'm not British. I don't know.
What number are you on?
I'm on 314, so this is actually the 10th one.
Woo. I was wrong.
We can bang out as many as you want. We could stop here or keep going.
I'll stop here.
Knife in the Water, which is a Roman Polanski film. I think it's his first film. I think it's his first film. It's really good. It's about a man and a woman and like a hitchhiker or drifter they kind of pick up all on a boat together, and the weird triangle psychological stuff that starts happening. It's pretty cool.
Knife in the Water, Roman Polanski. I'm familiar with Roman Polanski.
1962. I think it's his first debut film.
62. Well, I like the list because what I've been doing is I take little notes. I'm just preparing for the music we're going to listen to. I take little notes, and then I go back and I review them. So if I'm bored and I'm at home just thinking of a movie to watch, and I'll have a list. I mean, I have 323 movies I could pick from if I wanted to. This is cool.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see where we're going to go with this. I like doing the 10 at a time because it gives us more. You know what I mean? It gives us more content.
Let's do 3 more to get it down to an even number, so then we can do 10 each time.
Let's do it. While you're doing that, I'm going to get this set up. Go ahead.
All right. 313 is Us. That's the Jordan Peele movie from last year.
Keep going.
Which has the same ending as an episode of The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, by the way. Which I actually thought that was fun. Not for everybody, I suppose, but I liked it.
It was different. It was. I was like, if
you probably liked it better when it was called Chud.
Mm-hmm. But there was a part of the movie I'm like, the way they were taking them over is Chud, people living underground, where, like you said, the episode of The Simpsons where it's actually them being taken over. So keep going.
It's fun. I liked it. Number 312, The Birds, Hitchcock classic.
I've been tempted to watch it.
You've never seen The Birds?
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
How has anybody alive not seen The Birds? It's on every Halloween, everywhere.
Have you seen Speed?
No.
How is every person?
Because I hate Keanu Reeves. That's why. What, you hate birds?
No. But there's certain movies that you just, even if it's on TV, you're like, why is this on TV? I had to watch 20 minutes.
I can't watch more than 5 seconds of Keanu Reeves without wanting to take my own life. So.
I know.
All right. 311, A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I would expect that to be higher on the list.
Yeah, you'd think so. It's not. Well, it's my favorite / greatest movie, so I like it and it's real good. But I just have 310 movies that I enjoy more, I guess. Um, but it's very good. Stanley Kubrick. It's Malcolm McDowell acting all crazy as he does. So yeah, I like it.
Yep. I'm a big Kubrick fan.
It was for me to make this list. I started with over 800 films that I like. You have to think of all the movies you've seen. Then you have to think of which ones you want to consider. Then you have to narrow it down. Then you have to put them in place. It's tough, man. It took me a month. Remember, a solid month.
Like
working on it.
Working on the list. I'm not doing anything. I'm working on the list.
Yeah.
And you've inspired me because I'm trying to figure out a method of how I'm going to put mine together. But I'd like to do a 315. Right? Nice. That's what you told me.
We're taking our birthdays, you see, and making that's the number.
That's the list. So we're going to cover music every time we do these, right? But I've got one for us today. There's a new album out. I like this artist. I don't know your feelings, but I'm going to assume that you're not a fan because it is a pop artist. But new album just came out. I figured we wouldn't sit through the whole album, but we'd just sit through like 3. So that's 3.
Well, lay it on me, Jack.
We're going to do Mylie Cyrus. Plastic Heart.
Is that Hannah Montana?
That's Hannah Montana, Jack. Yeah. We're not going to do the whole album, like I said. We're only doing 3, which I think they're the 3 that you'll like. One of them you only heard the
What if the cult sees this and makes me throw away all my cult shirts because I'm reviewing Mylie Cyrus records?
I think they'll give you a break. They're not going to do that.
You think so? Okay.
Maybe they'll give you a break because I think she's one of those artists that people don't give an opportunity to. Like that if you listen
like
to
me?
like you. I get it. I mean,
I'm pretty sure I've never heard a Mylie Cyrus song.
Well, we're about to.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna. It's like I said.
Sounds like we're gonna hear 3. If I can make it through that pay-per-view with music I didn't like, I can do 3 Mylie Cyrus songs.
There's actually rock in this, and she does her own stuff. So This is her first single off Plastic Hearts. It's called Midnight Sky. We're gonna listen to the song, and then we'll come back and we'll do a quick review. And like I said, we're just gonna do 3 songs off this. All right. So let's go ahead and listen to Midnight Sky. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear because I know there's gonna be some positivity, but I'm gonna get ready for that. All that I'm just gonna get punched right in the face.
So, I'd never heard that song before. I'm not gonna say I hope I never hear it again, but I'd be okay with never hearing it again.
Okay.
I think the beat and stuff is okay. I hate the vocals. Hate them. It sounds like a metallic Mariah Carey. So, to me it was like passable pop. So I gave it 4 out of 10. So I didn't hate it. It's not like I can never listen to it again. Like
if it came on, you would be like, it's on, whatever.
Well, I'd probably be annoyed that it was on because I'd be asking my wife why she messed with the whatever album I was listening to.
Yeah.
But if for some reason I was to be somewhere, let's say I was out with friends and I was in polite mode. So if it came on, I wouldn't like lose my mind like it was Bon Jovi
because
it's
probably gonna happen.
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen in your car, right?
Yeah.
Someday we're driving to Quiznos or something. And but so I didn't hate it, but it just I'm not a huge fan of no instruments pop music, right? That can kind of sound. The beat was fine and everything, so I was okay with it, but I just didn't. I hope her voice doesn't sound like that for the other 2. It's like almost auto-tuney white girl trying to sound black shit.
Huh. Okay. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So her vocals, a lot of people complain about her vocals, but that's one of the things that I didn't like that I ended up liking about her. So the reason I picked this is because I know I'm going to be listening to this album for the next probably couple weeks because it's new, and I'll probably hear it at my house no matter what.
We'll still be friends.
It's okay. Whatever. Right? Whatever. Fuck you. So, her vocals she does get a big, I like them. The instruments, she did promote this by doing an unplugged kind of in the back of her yard, COVID style, like, hey, we want to push this album when it comes out. She did this with a couple other songs.
Okay.
And she does have people that are doing instruments. She plays instruments. So I get it, studio song. But for a first song, I told her I love her voice in this song, or I love her voice in this song. I get it. It's really repetitive. I felt like this song was just da 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 da. It kept on playing the same thing. I
like Robert Gibson's voice more than I like Mylie Cyrus.
Oh, come on!
Well, brother, rock and roll's here to stay.
I'll Ricky Morton you if you don't watch it, boy.
Obscure reference. Start Googling, kids.
Yeah, Google, fucking look it up, and have the shirt and burn it, whatever. So, I can see where this song was going. She's talking that she's have a relationship and stuff. So it's, for me, I like it a lot. But I see what you're saying. Repetitive. It's a good first single. To me, it sounded very Stevie Nicks. Her voice, the beat, and then what's funny is, because I thought that before, I'm going to tell you this.
What, did some guy drink cranberry juice to it or something?
No, they mixed it together. Her and Stevie Nicks mixed this and Edge of 17 together as a mashup, and it actually does sound good because
most of those mashups sound good. I saw one that was like Rat and Marvin Gaye last night. Not last night.
Sometimes mashups work, and she did this one with Stevie Nicks, and it worked for me. So we won't cover it this time, but it's actually pretty cool. Moving on to the next.
Tune in to Matchup Monday.
To Mashup Monday. But anyway, okay, I gave this song 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
So let me get the next song set up here.
I've heard worse songs, but
yeah, I think you're gonna like the next song. I think you're gonna like the next one. It's called Night Crawling. There's a guest in this song. I'm not going to tell you, and I don't want you to tell me if you know who it is until we are back.
Okay, spoiler alert, the film Nightcrawler is high up my list of favorite films.
I know it is. Because of that is why I'm making a bigger deal of this song and who the guest is. Like I told you, if you know who
Jake
it is.
Gyllenhaal?
We're done! Cut the show! No, it's not, but I think you're going to be thoroughly impressed.
Okay.
If you, like I said, if you know who it is, let's wait for us to come back. Like I said, it's called Nightcrawling. Let's go. All right, we're back. Rob, once again, I'm going to let you kick it off because I just want to know what you think before, because you probably already know, right? Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I like this song way better.
Okay.
Who's
Who's the guest in the song?
Billy Idol.
And you were kind of hinting around, you're like, the keyboardist. Who'd you say the keyboardist was?
So, I don't know who the keyboardist was.
No, but you were like...
Well, so the song started off, but it sounded 80s right away. It sounded like Flash almost. You know, dun 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 dun, whatever. And then the next thing I wrote was, God, her voice is brutal.
Oh, no.
I
You just don't like her voice, that's it.
Oh, it was worse than this song.
Oh, wow.
Now, the good news is, everybody, she doesn't sing by herself most of the song. When she does, it's awful. But whenever there's another voice blended in, or anybody, a cat being tortured off, at the sound studio, whatever it is, it's way better. But the song, the music was a little meaner sounding, like it sounded a little darker a little bit, but it was catchy. And then the pressure off of, the song off the Nylon Curtain by Billy Joel, dun 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 dun, those kind of keyboards, And then when Billy Idol came on, I was like, sweet. One, yeah, he's still alive. That's awesome. And two, he sounded good. He wasn't trying to overdo it. And then he did throw in like a yeah.
That's what gave it away to me. I was like,
but I guessed it was Billy Idol before that.
Yes. Right before he said, yeah, you're like, is that Billy Idol? And I was like, man, I couldn't keep a straight face. Yeah. He's asked me, and I told him, wait.
I liked all the Billy Idol stuff a lot. And he was not like trying to upstage her. He should have, but he wasn't. And so I thought he was right in his good zone. And I love the song whenever she's not singing by herself. So I gave it 8 out of 10. I really liked it. But when she's singing by herself, I mean, if I would have been in the car, I would have been like reaching for the skip button before, something else got blended in there. But it was way better.
Okay.
She's terrible though.
Oh, that's sad, man. I like her. I like her a lot. I think she's.
My daughter loved her when she was Hannah Montana when my daughter was little.
Yeah, I like her better than a lot of the more current artists today. She does a song with Dua Lipa.
That's like saying you like a wrestler better than some of the other current wrestlers.
Well, I try to stay current with music. That's a lot different for me. I try to stay current with music. I mean, I try to be somewhat flexible when it comes to my movies and music. And even my reading comics and stuff, I didn't stop. It keeps going even though it sucks. But I still try to read because it's exercising my brain some way, right? So I like Mylie. If we're going to pick any artist, she's one of the more original artists. She's the more flexible, like changing, I guess.
I guess since the Partridge Family isn't still making new albums, or the Monkees, we need a TV
I'm not
star.
trying to say stuck in an era either.
I guess.
So anyway,
I am trying to say stuck in an era.
So, yes, nostalgic montage, 80s opening. That beat with that kind of that metal riff undertone, and then, like I said, I was like, I could see that it said Billy. I didn't, because I was looking at it, I was watching it, like when I was looking at the song to say who the guest was, I couldn't see who the last name. I just saw Billy, and I'm like, well, Billy, who could be a Billy? And then I heard, yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, I know it. It's Billy Idol.
Did Shawn Michaels beat the Undertaker there?
Yeah, because Kane came out. This is Kane's debut.
Oh, I missed that part.
But anyway, I like it. Like that Billy came in, he added a really good mix with Mylie, and I gave this song a 4.
Out of 4.
4 out of 5.
So we both really liked it.
4 out of 5.
Oh yeah, out of 5. So we both scored about the same.
About the same. So we've got one more to go, and then I'll stop torching with anything Mylie Cyrus, and that's it. So you did hear part of this one.
Oh, is this the one you played in the car the other day?
Yep, this one's a cover song of Heart of Glass by Blondie. So we're going to go ahead and play it right now. All right, we're back. I guess we'll let Rob go. Hold on, let me help you out.
Either I ate some gluten or I'm just sweating because I had to power through 3 Mylie Cyrus songs.
It's not everywhere you get to hear this kind of
Excuse me
stuff.
while I whip this out. It's called My Wife's Reading Glasses. Yeah, so Heart of Glass, which is, of course, a cover of an iconic Blondie song. Pro tip, listen to the Blondie version.
First.
And only. It's a great song. I hate her voice so much. She really over-enunciates the shit out of every word in this song. You feel me, player? Okay. I spent the whole song missing the original song. Kind of like when you listen to American Woman by Lenny Kravitz and you're like, I really wish I was listening to the real American Woman. Or Guns N' Roses' Sympathy for the Devil. I know this is on the soundtrack for Mission Impossible 6, but I really like the original version of it. She needs to shut the fuck up on songs that I like. Seriously.
I'm not going to ask you what you rated it then, but
I liked it better than Midnight Sky by a mile.
So you gave it a 5?
Just because it's a good song, but it's, it's like when you have an annoying coworker and they're doing karaoke at the Christmas party, and you're like, oh sweet, I like this song, except Johnson's doing it,
All right, so
that bitch from Human Resources is singing my favorite Metallica song. Awesome. Yeah.
Now I hate that song. It's like
I used to like Master of Puppets till Karen sang it.
So, I like covers. I like it where they're by people that I like. I'm okay with this song. I get where Rob's coming from, but this is a live performance. So, she's probably struggling, probably closing out the show with this.
I wish I had some material of my own. Where are you going? Wait, I know a Blondie song. Oh, put it on. Hit it, fellas.
And if you're introducing older music to newer crowds, this is a good way to do it. But yes, I get it. It's a good cover of an old song. It sounds like they're using the same instruments as before, but
at least they're using instruments. I'm talking to you, Midnight Sky.
It could have been somebody else doing this song, but like I said, once again, Mylie Cyrus has respect.
It's a TV star with a bunch of studio fucking musicians.
I know, but she still has respect for the older music. That's what's cool. I mean, if you hear the rest, there's a zombie cover that she does that's really good, and she's going to be doing some other covers and stuff. So, but that's it. That's all I wanted. We're done. No more.
Well, so I'll give you I'll rank them. Number 3. Midnight Sky. Number 2, the bastardized version of Heart of Glass. And then number 1, I actually liked Night Crawling. I'd be night crawling away from the concert if I was in the vicinity.
Well, surprise! I got you tickets, Rob, and you're going to Mylie Cyrus. Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be hilarious. I'm not.
It would also hurt your feelings when I didn't go. Throwing Mylie Cyrus. Cold. Coming in cold. You come into my house and bring Mylie Cyrus with you?
Yep. There's a lot of other shit on here. You'll be surprised what I'm going to probably put you through. Because if I'm going to be put through
I put you through In Excess, which changed your life for the better.
But I want to introduce you. You might you would have never heard Nightcrawling if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're like, what? You know what? You're going to probably sneak it on your playlist. You're going to see.
You might be in for a long wait, brother.
Listen, dude. Well, it ain't gonna be on the playlist, so.
Making me long for the Maroon 5 days, boy.
Well.
Is that who you were talking about?
You're gonna be Nightcrawling a few surprises here, so. Anyway, just want to have some fun. I mean, we got together, we just did a quick show. I know it's probably been a little bit longer than we expected, but we went over some good stuff, and we keep on bringing some other stuff to you guys. Anything?
Rest in peace, Mylie Cyrus. That's my Undertaker nod to
Ooh, I can't wait till you guys are gonna be. He's gonna be surprised what's coming.
You don't know
next.
she's dead yet. But
if I get to choose, I'm gonna put him through misery. Anyway, Rob, thanks for doing another show.
That was fun. I can't wait to see what you call this show.
What do you want me to call it?
I don't know.
What do you want me to call it?
Random shit at Rob's house.
Rob, okay. I thought every show was supposed to be random shit at anywhere.
No, we usually have a topic.
I did. I had 2 topics. I had the Undertaker going, and I had.
Shout out to Alex Dead Trebek. This would be the potpourri category of. Right?
It would be, yes, potpourri number 1. Mylie. Rob loves Mylie.
Mylie makes Rob not smiley.
Anyway, hey, this is Sir Dom, Lord Rob.
The madness.
Dirty one. Hey, thanks for everybody just joining in. We appreciate it. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye. But it was a cool documentary.
Paul Bear, get it? That's what his name should have been.
Paul Bear, get it?
Yeah.
Paul, middle name Bear, last name get it? Paul, get it? I don't get it. Paul Bear, that's the whole joke. But so going back on the classics, you and I were talking about this earlier. I like to talk about, try to keep flowing here, right? I wanted to talk about 80s movies being Christmas movies, right? Like, here we got Die Hard is one of them, Gremlins, Batman Returns. Those are the top 3 that I can think. There's a couple others as well.
Batman Returns is the 90s, but yeah.
But I'm just talking about
Christmas Story? Christmas Vacation?
No. I'm talking. Let's talk about Die Hard and Gremlins, because those are. When I say Gremlins, what category do you put Gremlins in?
I've never seen it.
What category do you put Die Hard in?
I love Die Hard. It's an action movie, but I do call it a Christmas movie. Don't you hook me?
I just
same with Die Hard too.
Okay, here's my gripe about it, and here we go. Let's talk. So my thing is no.
So you're on Team Darlene. My daughter's on my team. We both think of the Christmas movies.
Well, Darlene and I are the minority, but I'm gonna give a good argument. Hopefully, it'll make sense. So, yes, they came out as action movies with Christmas background stuff. You can watch them whenever you want to watch them. Watch them whenever. You don't need Christmas to be like, hey, it's Christmas time, let's watch Die Hard, because it's not. It's an action movie. So, yeah.
No, get the family around. You got the tree up, the stockings hanging.
Gremlins, let's watch.
Hey, let's watch Die Hard.
Let's watch people get scared.
Go get them,
Let's watch buildings blow up. Let's watch Batman fly through shit. So, here's my gripe. When I used to go to the video store in the 80s when it came out, the 90s when these movies came out, I would walk right over to Action. Wait, hey, where's Die Hard? It's over in Action. That's where I walked to go get it. I didn't go to the Christmas section where I would know where the Christmas section is.
And they went out of business, didn't they?
Because it was like...
You know why? Because they didn't know how to organize their genres.
Oh, that's not why. DVD fucking killed it. Come on, you're in digital, killed it. So my gripe is, I'm going by what I learned.
You have some weird gripes. Who gives a fuck?
You fucking prick. It's not a Christmas movie, though.
Yes, it is. It's got Christmas
Then-
music in it.
Then Home Alone is a fucking adventure movie, then. How about that? Home Alone is an adventure movie.
I don't recognize Home Alone as a film. So
Too bad. Well, when you do, it's an adventure film. There. That's my only bitch about that.